Hi, this is my presentation for Dr. Hardy's Management 4300 class, and this is my audience.
Maris King,
Cody McVeigh,
Katarina Pope,
Jeremiah Gay, Jeremy Mish.
Alright, I'll be starting off. I'm Brandon Schilleci. I'll be starting off speaking to you about Natives International. Natives International Business Level Strategy. Natives International will use a focused differentiation strategy to enter the hotel industry. NI's core competencies include customer service, unique function and design, strong brand image, and innovation. Our target customer is primarily tourists who are looking for a more involved and educational experience, and we will reach through them through strategic placement of our establishments. This is our target customer, and this is our location in New Orleans. NI will offer a unique experience to its customers by using each individual hotel's geographic location, culture, and environment as a basis for its construction and overall function. NI will target specific geographic locations that possess high tourism industries and strong cultures. To illustrate specifically how this strategy will create differentiated value and sustain competitive advantage for Natives Hotel, I'll use an example of our hotel, and it would be constructed in one of our nation's most visited cities, New Orleans. New Orleans' flourishing tourism industry and strong culture make it a prime location for a Natives hotel. This hotel would be designed based off its native French architecture and constructed in relation to its culture. The lobby would have live jazz musicians, the restaurants would offer authentic New Orleans cuisine, and the staff would consist primarily of city natives who would provide our guests with geographic and cultural insight. Innovation is a core competency we will utilize to keep our hotels environmentally updated in real time. For instance, during geographic-specific events like large sports games, Saints games, NCAA bowl games, Pelicans games, etc., music festivals, Jazz Fest, Voodoo Fest, and culturally specific holidays like Mardi Gras, our theme and line of services would adapt accordingly. To make sure our differentiation remains unmatched and not easily imitated, our customer services will not only maintain exceptional standards in cleanliness, friendliness, and responsiveness, but we will also provide each resident with daily insider information. This will include restaurant recommendations, game times, local events, weather forecasts, must-see sites, etc., as well as guides that can be consulted for 24/7 advice. These guides would offer additional services like itinerary formulations and even emergency transportation. Natives Hotel emphasis on the specific needs of its customers will create individualized experiences for our residents that feel personal and unique, and through this we hope to create positive, everlasting memories for all of our customers so that we can sustain strong customer relationships and an exceptional brand image. By basing the design of each hotel on its environment, NI will offer its residents top-level customer service, specialized services, and most importantly, a culturally accurate atmosphere that is unmatched by its competitors. And now I'll be moving on to the EMI and UMG acquisition. Alright, in 2012, Universal Music Group officially acquired EMI, and the music industry lost another division of market control and pricing power, leaving Sony, Warner Brothers, and UMG the industry's last major entities left standing. According to data collected in 2013 by Statista.com, these three record labels are responsible for a whopping 89% of all music sales globally. Between the three, UMG is the largest with a 38% market share. Sony with 30%, Warner Brothers with 21%, and other labels referred to as independent labels hold only 11% of the market share. To define and specify the industry in discussion, the European Commission, or EC, describes the recorded music sector as the part of the music industry that makes a record and provides it to consumers. This can involve a number of different steps, including the discovery, signing and development of artists, the manufacture and distribution of physical recording, the wholesale supply of the recording, either in physical or digital form to retailers, and the retail sale of the recording. Both Universal and EMI are worldwide music recording and publishing companies involved in the promotion, development, and distribution of local and international artists. Here's a brief history of EMI. EMI Group Limited, known simply as EMI, was a British multinational music, recording, publishing, and electronic device and systems manufacturing company. Formed in March 1931 by the merger of two gramophone companies, EMI's history extends back to the origins of recorded sound. EMI was very successful and was actually listed on the FTSE 100 index, which is an index that lists London Stock Exchange top 100 companies by market capitalization. But in 2010, financial troubles plagued EMI, and they found themselves over $4 billion in debt. In February of 2011, EMI was acquired temporarily by Citigroup, who announced only months later that they would be selling their music arm to Vivendi's Universal Music Group, or UMG, for $1.9 billion. The external environment. The external environment includes industry threats, legal threats, and public and political resistance. Industry economy threats. From EMI's standpoint, the merger was being executed for survival purposes. Although UMG was proving to be the stronger company, they were also facing an extreme lack of reliability on the industry economy and a recent decline in their own market share. UMG was concerned that the market would be harder to revitalize since there were so much more entertainment alternatives than in the past. Video games, easy access movie streaming, the internet, etc., and especially since the most common transaction in the music industry had shifted from albums to single songs. Legal threats. Legal issues halted the acquisition for almost a year, and controversy about anti-competitive practices and the impact they would have on consumer pricing and access ensued full force. Opposition to the deal stemmed mainly from the idea that this merger would grant UMG a privileged position in controlling prices and licenses, ultimately harming digital music retailers like iTunes and Spotify. Resistance to this merger was heavy and came from organizations, individuals, and most importantly, government regulatory agencies all over the globe. Many non-government organizations protested against the merger, but ultimately the decision was in the hands of the European Commission and the Federal Trade Commission. Public and political resistance. The American Association of Independent Music rallied against the potential monopoly of UMG, claiming it would control 2/5 of the global recorded music market. Public Knowledge, another U.S. organization, warned that UMG was amassing a dominant collection of copyright holdings, and through this collection, they would not only raise consumer prices, but also create a new tax on innovation among digital music retailers. The Future of Music Coalition, a North American organization known for their support of independent artists, argued that this merger would stifle innovative music platforms and give UMG even more negotiating power for licensing agreements.